Illager Revolution. Illager Revolution is a thrilling Minecraft mod that adds 5 new types of Illagers to the game, each one bringing its own unique abilities and tactics to the table. Illager Miner is a crafty thief who lurks in the depths of the overworld, stealing player resources and running away. If killed, they will drop any stolen player resources plus some experience. Both the miner and scavenger will try to steal the player's valuable resources such as raw ores or ingots. But after successfully stealing resources, scavenger will try to incapacitate the player by blinding, burning or pushing away the player. Beast tamers have access to poison and claw arrows to hinder players while keeping a safe distance. If threatened, they can summon a raker to aid them in battle. This has a long cooldown, but if let alone, they can quickly overwhelm players with multiple beasts. If brought down to low, raker can be tamed with puffer fish. When tamed, rakers can be equipped with body and claw armor to increase their damage and defense respectively. If slain, they will drop raker claws, which can be used to craft a new type of arrow that will apply the deep wound effect. If deep wound is applied to entities, running will damage the entity, and deep wounds can progress and worsen if they're applied to an entity already suffering from it. Blade Knight is a powerful unit capable of turning the tides of an entire just on his own. It only appear in high-level raids, so you can avoid them if you're not ready to take on them yet. They wield a powerful Illagium swords inscribed with ancient runes that give them necromantic powers. They're able to resurrect fallen allies to fight once again, absorb souls to heal themselves and buff their undead allies. If an enemy is out of reach, they can throw a teleporting projectile that will bring any hit creature closer to them. Aside from their magic abilities, Blade Knights also wear tough armors that make them impervious to damage from certain types of weak materials like wood, stone, gold, and iron. If slain, there's a small chance that they will drop their runed blade. The runed blade can hold up to 6 souls inside it. Any entity killed with it will yield a soul, each one increasing the blade's attack damage. You can release your imprisoned souls with right-click, and then bring them back to life as undead followers by pressing shift right-click. They follow you and kill anything that you attack. If your rune blade is fully charged and your health is depleted, you will cheat death and revive using all your souls and part of your blade's durability. Additionally, the mod adds a new ingot that can be used to upgrade all iron tools and weapons, and new enchanted book, Serrated Edge, which can be applied to Illagium swords. It'll make enemies hit receive the tier 2 deep wound effect, but note that it is incompatible with sharpness. Stealing the villagers. This mod adds an improved shears, which allows to cut the pockets of the villagers and get the loot fallen from their pocket. The mechanics are simple for now. You can use the shear of steel item on a villager and get the loot. The consequence of the actions applies negative reputation points. Also, this mod has good compatibility. It is perfectly compatible with more villagers and better villages. Each villager has a unique loot table. The loot table corresponds to the profession of the villager you have stolen. By default, you can't steal a villager who has -25 reputation. This is configurable. Combat next. This mod adds all of the latest changes from Mojang's combat tests, so they can be played on modern versions alongside other mods. It reworking players to have increased default attack damage and lower default attack range. Reworking all vanilla weapons to have higher attack speed, moderate attack damage, and, for some, increased attack range. Reworking shields to be less overpowered, in addition to fixing vanilla bugs related to them. Reworking bows to have improved accuracy, but penalize the user for holding them drawn for too long. Reworking impaling to now deal increased damage against mobs in water or rain. Adding the cleaving enchantment, which allows axes to deal more damage and disable shields longer. Reworking melee attack mechanics to enforce attack cooldown and grant bonus attack range for patient fighters. Tridents can be shot out of dispensers and returned from the void if enchanted with loyalty. Potions can be stacked to 16 and snowballs can be stacked to 64. Hunger can heal you down until level 7, and heals you twice as fast with half the hunger drain. Everything this mod changes is configurable, and designed for maximum compatibility with other mods. The config files are extremely detailed and allow for modded weapons and shields to receive specific stat and mechanic changes. Fungal infection and Spore. Upon installing this mod, you will find yourself constantly challenged by the hordes of infected that spawn naturally or are created through the conversion of the native overworld inhabitants. For the infection to happen, the mob needs to be compatible with an infected form and be under the influence of the effect mycelium infection. Upon death, they will turn into their infected counterpart. Mobs can and will evolve over time. Most of the basic infected mobs can evolve upon reaching a certain kill count. Once reach an evolution countdown will start, and once it's finished they will become an advanced infected. All infected will try to clump themselves together as a horde and help each other out in dealing with threats, and their follow mechanics depend on the rank of the mob that's assigned as a leader. Mobs will be able to use the kills they get to give themselves basic buffs if needed. Infected mobs have unique drops upon death that can be used to craft brand new gear. Finally, this mod is compatible with Create, Farmer's Delight, Better Combat and Biomancy. Especially Better Combat, it will make the game experience much better. Guys, remember to install it. L2 Weaponry. This mod adds several weapon types, each with unique special abilities. Each type comes with 9 materials, and several legendary weapons with better special ability. Claw has short range, fast attack speed, consecutive attacks will increase damage. Double welding to raise max damage cap and increase sweeping attack range. Dagger has short range, fast attack speed, deal double damage to enemies that haven't noticed you, and good with invisible effects. Machete is similar to Claw, but has a slower attack speed, mediocre range, and higher damage. Hammer is a slow attack weapon that deals armor-piercing attack. Battle Axe is a slow attack weapon with high damage and sweeping attack ability. It also breaks shields. Spear is a long-range sweeping weapon. Javelin is a throwable weapon that pierces enemy. It has long attack range like spear when used for melee, and can enchant loyalty. Throwing axe is a trident-like throwable weapon, and can also enchant loyalty. Round shield can sprint while holding shield. It has a shield bar that reduces when blocking damage and recover fastly when not holding shield. Plate shield can tough against shield breaking attacks. It has a shield bar that reduce only when blocking shield breaking damage and recover fastly when not holding shield. Ocean's Delight. Ocean's Delight is an add-on mod for Farmer's Delight based around adding culinary content to the ocean. Guardians now have chance of dropping additional ingredients. You can mix it with other vegetables to make a delicious soup. The Guardian Soup grants you comfort, which regenerates your health over time. It lasts up to 3 minutes, even comparable to Enchanted Golden Apple. You can also cut and cook various fish, they will drop extra bone meal. All the links are in the description. Any questions or suggestions, please leave a comment and I will reply.